Forget Me Not is the story of a group of kids who would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for a meddling... Sorry. That's Red Hook. Forget Me Not is about Sandy Traylor and her college friends who play a game, but now the game has become life or death. Now it's up to Jenny to rescue Gavin, who is most definitely not the killer. I'm talking about the wrong movie again. Okay, so Forget Me Not, hear me out. It's about a group of friends, not in college, but almost in college, and they're in their 30s. And they play a children's game, but now they're all being killed one by one. This movie begins with a tragic event that happens to Jenny when she was a child. Her older sister was murdered, and this is Red Hook. Oh boy, oh boy. So I own ForgetMeNotMovie.com. I don't. I could. I did it once, I'll do it again.
Please don't. God, please don't.
So Forget Me Not is another horror movie from 2009-ish. The film called Red Hook is similar to Forget Me Not. Now, there is one difference. Yeah. Forget Me Not isn't terrible. I'm not going to say it's perfect or it's the best, because y'all gotta be like,
the movie is the worst trash I have ever had the displeasure of seeing.
And then proceed to rewatch Transformers 2 again for the 7th time that week. What Forget Me Not sets out to do, it achieved. It has pretty good monster effects, both practical and CGI. It provides better suspense and a sense of urgency. And the plot and storytelling is done right. Our main character is Sandy. She has a brother Eli and several friends, all of which I've forgotten their names. The movie feels like one of those teenage dramas about 30-year-olds in high school having sex a lot. But it's also like we're watching like the season 3 finale, but nothing before. I was having a harder time trying to keep up with all of these relationship status than keeping up with how many lockdowns my province has been in. Here is an example.
Chad, what is it?
You gotta go.
Oh my god.
Layla's here.
Oh my god.
Wait, what? I thought you said you broke up.
Oh my god.
I lied.
Oh my god.
You asshole, how could you?
I mean, have you seen your body?
Oh my god.
But I thought you said...
You thought I said what? Come on.
Oh my
You never were
god.
much for thinking.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is 5 minutes in. So we're introduced to a group of high school students as we graduate. Like the victims of every Friday the 13th movie, drinking, drugs, sex is really their only motivation.
Eli wants to be a doctor too, don't you, Eli?
Oh, well, no, actually, I don't, what? No, I don't, that's fictional. I mean, what? No.
Where's Eli?
Who's Eli, honey?
What?
The story takes off when all of the friends are at a party. Now, I have to give Tyler Oliver credit here. A lot of what we've seen with these characters is a lot more believable than what we saw with Red Hook.
If I don't, it's your balls.
Promise? Even this party reminds me a lot of a party I had last week. Now, it's maybe a little more on the tame side, but still not bad. I think I have a video of my party. You know what? I do. Hope you're ready to see probably the most kick-ass party you'll ever see. The invitation said 4 p.m. Maybe someone will be here soon. Guess, like, maybe the 4 just looked like an 11? I wish I didn't buy 5 cases of Schweppes. I don't even like Schweppes. Well, I guess I better not let this cake go to waste. So our main characters, having drunk themselves to the brink of death, decide they'll drive down to the local cemetery.
We were playing the game.
I was there.
We were all there.
Oh, yeah, the game.
Oh yeah, the game in the graveyard, where we would find open graves, push each other in until one of us doesn't get back up. I fucking love that game. So they get to this cemetery, and this random girl appears wanting to play the game. Totally normal. All of this completely feasible.
I'd really like to play. It's my favorite game.
Lady, you don't even know what game they're playing.
All right, spread it out.
Okay. Wait. What are the rules again?
One person's the ghost, everybody else hides. Once you're caught, you turn into a ghost.
Last one alive wins. All right, who's the ghost?
I think I know who the ghost is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Release the one ignored by heaven. 8, 9, 10, now run and hide. Join her at the devil's side. 11 comes, the clocks will chime. Forgotten souls erased by time. Midnight comes, it's not too late. So
So they play tag. It's tag. That's all it is. The chant in the beginning was just to summon a demon or something, probably. So the new girl, who is most definitely isn't a ghost, vanishes off the edge of a cliff. Much like what a ghost would probably do.
What? Do you remember me? Hey, be careful. You will.
So the whole idea of someone falling off the edge of a cliff seems completely wild, and the police naturally are skeptical. So now in the movie, we see a dream/flashback to when Jenny was 13, only 4 years ago, when she was with her friend in the graveyard. Now, I'm no detective, but something makes me think this girl and the ghost girl from earlier are the same person. Just a hunch.
Best friends? Friends forever.
Unless, of course, you decide you're not going to be her friend anymore, cause her to go into a coma, and forget who she is immediately. The next day comes around, and that one guy from the beginning who had been cheating on his girlfriend dumps her.
I'm over it.
Why did I not do it right?
I'm just not feeling it.
It's Hannah, isn't it?
Yeah, fuck Hannah. So Chad does the only thing a gentleman would do. He leaves her here to be murdered by the girl from earlier. Remember her? I'm going to jump ahead. This one guy is going to propose, but first he has to get high and operate some woodworking machinery. Yeah, he's dead. Since Layla and TJ died, no one except for Sandy remembers them. See, this is story writing right there. Red Hook had the idea the scavenger hunt becomes life or death. The same goes here. This ghost game is now life and death. If you are killed by the ghost, everyone forgets you like how Sandy forgot what's-her-face, and then you become a ghost. It's not much, but I think it's very clever. So we see this throughout the movie. Each of the friends who played that night is ultimately killed and forgotten about. What's interesting is that they go as far as they never even existed. Most notably is uncomfortably cool cop dad becomes uncomfortably uncool cop dad.
Well, not too much fun, okay? Gee. And for Christ's sake, keep a leash on my daughter, will you?
Only if it's leather.
What the fuck do you want? Nothing, sir.
Nothing. Get the fuck out of my office.
Sandy has another one of those flashback dreams. In the dream, she is playing the ghost game with her friends, but didn't invite the other girl. This causes her to get upset, and her nose bleeds. And they mock her. Kids are horrible. So yeah, Alexis has sex with a stranger as they rob the gas station. Model citizens right there. Sandy sees TJ's broken down car, somehow in better condition than what it should be. They return to his house to find they may have partied a little too hard. Okay, so Ghost TJ chases Alexis, and the camera was so shaky she didn't see a hole in the ground and she died. RIP. At this point, it's clear to Sandy they're being killed, and the person who dies, everyone other than her, forgets they existed.
That fucking thing dragged her into the goddamn ground!
Dragged who?
Lex! How can you not remember them? How can you not remember them? Don't look at me like that! I'm not crazy.
So Sandy, fed up with this shit, goes back to the sheriff, who tells her the mystery girl lives in a convent near the cemetery. The girl's name is Angela, and she's going to a New York City university for the performing arts. Her roommate is Jenny, and Jenny's boyfriend is a serial killer. Okay, it's not my fault. It is I am not the one who put these two movies into the same disc. I did not decide the ghost girl from Forget Me Not would be named Angela, while one of the victims in Red Hook would be named Angela. It's literally the same name. It's literally the same movie.
Are you coming?
Before Sandy goes to the convent to kick some teeth in, the four of them stay in a hotel or a motel. I don't know what the difference is. Man, I don't even know what the difference is between Forget Me Not and Red Hook is, other than Forget Me Not is better. Anyway, Eli has pool sex and Hannah dies. Before Hannah died, she drugged Sandy. Yeah, fuck Hannah. She has another dream, and again, as you would have expected, they're kids at the cemetery. It's building up. Don't worry. I mean, you probably know where this is going to anyway. It's not that hard. Jumping to the convent, this nun tells Sandy and comrades that Angela is in a coma, not a ghost. She also openly lets these strangers go through her shit. Okay.
What are you doing?
Did you know about these?
What are they?
Apparently, the nun never once looked under Angela's bed to find clear depictions of a disturbed child. Alright, sure. Now, a lot of these kills have been pretty good. And that's probably because there's a lot of Evil Dead themes with these kills. But I think I'd have to say the scene with Jake being killed might be the best. We're near the end now. Sandy goes home, planning to kill a person in a coma, but is drugged again and taken to the hospital. Eli says something about he's going to stop Angela moments before being absolutely wrecked. Sandy has one more dream revealing the truth. she had intentionally scared Angela for being uncool, which ultimately caused her to go into a coma. This explains the intro, actually. It takes place moments after this, and Sandy has completely forgotten what happened.
I don't remember.
The beginning then shows clips of someone in a hospital compared to someone who isn't. Weird music choice, however. I used to like to walk the street and narrow line. I used to think everything was fine. Sometimes I sit and gaze for days through sleepless dreams, all alone and trapped in time. All alone and trapped in time. I wonder what tomorrow has in line for me. Or am I even in its mind at all? Perhaps I'll get a chance to look ahead and see, soon as I find myself a crystal ball. Soon as I find myself a crystal ball. Sandy wakes up and finds Angela and pulls the plug. Like, actually. Or maybe she flips a switch. I'm not going to rewatch it to check. But the ghosts are still coming for her. This leads Sandy to the roof of the hospital, where she confronts child Angela. Sandy apologizes, and Angela was like, "That's cool, man. I'll bring your friends back." You know, sort of like the ending of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Nah, she becomes a deadeye and spooks her off the roof.
Friends forever.
The movie ends with Angela waking up while Sandy is now in the coma. Then the officer says, "You're safe now," which Jenny replies, "No, I'm not." Then on the screen we see the day of the week, Sunday. So my overall impression of this movie, it's like Red Hook, but it's also a lot like that Twilight Zone episode. You know, the one where there's an elderly man is convinced that playing children's game will return them to their youth. He and the others in the retirement home break out and they play kick the can and they become kids once more. But the one man who refused to believe didn't play, and now he sees he was wrong. But to his friends, they don't remember him. They just see some old guy they don't know. Or that other Twilight Zone episode where the guy wakes up and his wife has no idea who he is, and he goes to his job, which they have him escorted out, and he's then arrested. He tries to prove who he is, but not even his mother remembers him. By the end, he wakes up to his wife, and none of it ever happened, but she isn't the same woman from before, and he doesn't remember her. Or that other Twilight Zone episode where there's this kid that makes things happen with his mind and the whole town is afraid of him. And it gets to the point where this one man tries to sacrifice himself so that someone can kill this 8-year-old boy, freeing them all from this hell. But they're all too afraid to do it, and this man becomes a jack-in-the-box. Okay, maybe not so much that episode. I just like that one. Oh, and then there's this other one where a ship crashes on an asteroid and one of the crew members is killing or leaving for dead all the other crew members so that he can take their water, just to find out they actually crash landed in Nevada. I liked Forget Me Not. The effects aren't that bad, especially for a low-budget movie. Is that right? That's not right, is it? That can't be right. That's wrong. There's no way. When I was a wee lad on a rainy weekend afternoon, I would turn on the TV to Space, the Canadian television station, now the CTV Sci-Fi channel, which isn't nearly as good, just saying. And I would usually watch some strange movie I would never see again, usually about a guy being blinded by spray paint and making a deal with the devil, or movies about a ghost in an apartment building haunting a lady and her daughter. I just Googled that one. It has Jennifer Connelly and John C. Reilly. I might have to watch that one again. Forget Me Not reminds me of these movies, and it reminds me of those times. If you two were like this movie is just like that. Overall, not a bad movie. I remember it better than some of the other movies I've reviewed. So I guess the name worked for it. When I bought this movie, it was $3 or something from the dollar store, and it came with Red Hook and the House of Fallen. Now, I haven't seen the House of Fallen yet, so I can't speak about it, but I can say between it and Red Hook, I would easily pick Forget-Me-Not. Should I be ranking these movies? Well, so far the order would have to be, from best to worst, number 1, Ultraman, number 2, Forget-Me-Not, number 3, Big Ass Spider, number 4, Red Hook, and number 5, Journey to the Center of the Earth. I haven't reviewed Nazis at the Center of the Earth, but it is last and will always be last.